Today we're going to be making garlic breadsticks. For the ingredients you'll need 1.5 cups of warm water, garlic powder, butter, yeast, sugar, salt, olive oil, and flour. Now let's get started with the bread. Okay, so now you need to get a bowl, and then you got to put your water into the bowl. Next, put your yeast. Into the bowl. Lastly, put your sugar into the bowl. Now mix. Now you're going to let it sit for 10 minutes until it gets a little bit foamy. This is how it looks when it's foamy. Now you'll need to put the flour, the olive oil, and the salt into your bowl. First put the flour. Next, put the olive oil. And then last, put the salt. Now put your bowl on the mixer with the dough hook, and if you don't have a mixer, then you can do it by hand. Now you gotta put the mixer up. Now you have to turn the mixer off for a second, so you can put a little bit more flour so you can have a shaggy dough. Now you need to add 1.5 cups more flour into your bowl. Make sure you get most of your flour into your bowl. Now mix. You can turn the speed up once most of the flour is inside your dough. You know the dough is ready when your dough starts slapping the side of the bowl and starts holding onto the hook. Now you need to knead the dough for 2 to 3 minutes. Your hands might get messy, it's fine. Now I will knead the dough a little bit.
You see how soft the dough feels? Doesn't it feel nice and soft?
Yeah. It feels interesting.
Yeah, so you knead it, and then you do it 3 times. Turn 3, and then 3. So that's how you knead it.
3. Now my mom will knead the dough one more time. Then she will twist the dough and make it into a ball.
So basically you're taking your hands and going under and tucking till you get a ball.
Now you need to put a little bit of olive oil into the bowl, just so you can grease the bowl. Now you need to take your hand and put it around the bowl. I did put a little bit too much, so don't put as much as I did.
So after she greases the bowl, I'm going to take the bowl of dough and I'm just going to put it in here. And then, can you go get a dish towel? And we're going to cover the bowl up with a dish towel and you're going to let it rest for 10 minutes. So you just cover it and let it rest for 10 minutes. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
This is how the dough looks after 10 minutes. As you can see, it kind of got puffed up just a little bit. So now my mom will measure the dough and then divide it into equal parts. My mom is taking the dough out of the bowl and measuring it. As you can see, she's weighing each part of the dough equally to see if it's equal amount of pieces.
Alright, so I divided the balls, and based on how thick you want your breadsticks, your dough balls will be weighed between 2 and 4 ounces. So now we're going to shape them into logs that are about 2 inches, not 2 inches, 10 inches long. Or if you want your breadsticks to be shorter, they can be shorter. So you might have to hit them on the table and to stretch them out a little bit, but you don't want one area stretch more than the other.
Because you don't want them uneven.
Yes.
This is what the breadsticks look like.
Sorry, y'all, our lighting is kind of bad.
Yours might not look perfect. Ours don't either. But as long as they're delicious. Now we're gonna put these in the oven for 5 minutes. This is how the garlic bread looks after 5 minutes. Now you're going to wipe it with your garlic butter gently, so your bread is not deflated. Do it in strokes and then go down. You might need to switch sides so you can get a little bit more garlic butter. Now we're going to put it in the oven for a little bit until it browns. This is how the bread looks once it's done. You can add some more garlic on it if you want to, or some sprinkled cheese. To cook the bread, you'll need a You know when your dough is ready when it starts slapping the bowl and I did not burn myself. Now we're going to put it back in the oven. Bye guys, and see you in the next video.